good morning, my YouTube friends. It's Margaret here, and you might wonder what I'm doing this morning. Well, one of my subscribers, Stuart, has been asking me questions about phalaenopsis in rescue. And so I thought, well, I'll show you what I do. And if you remember, I had little Zorro. And little Zorro lost its roots, and I recovered it more partially in this kind of method. And what you need, of course, is your hydrogen peroxide, 3%. Mine already comes ready prepared, and then I just put it in this spray. So just let's have a look at the three orchids, just to give Stuart an idea. Okay, bear with me now while I hold this tablet. Now this one here, it's not doing too bad. Let's have a look at it. And this one is, if I pull it out of here, and put it down, this is one I did a video on, and I named this one Fatal Attraction. And I did a big video on that. Now let's have a look at these roots. And as we can see, let's see if I can put it this way. Because what Stuart's saying is some of the roots go mushy. And they do go mushy. You can see there where I've had to take the vellum off because that's gone mushy. Sometimes they go black, and like this one here. Is that focusing right? And let's bring it a little bit closer. And then sometimes you'll get a little bit of mould. So what I suggest is the ones that have got mould on them. You see this one here. See, squishy, look at that. See. So that's got to come off. Look at that. That's got to come off. And what I'll do with this one now, I'll put it down there. And put that over there. Put the label with it. And I shall just I'll just spray it now, and then I'll remove all those dead roots afterwards, leaving that little string if I can. Okay, and you see there's, let me just show you, this part here, that needs to come off. Just peel it off. I'm struggling because I'm doing this with one hand. You see, peel that back. Get rid of this. This is no good. Get rid of that. Cut it out, and leave this part here. Leave that part there. Oh, we've actually come in focus now after all this time. Leave that part there, and here, you see here, this part here as well. There, get rid of all that. That's no good. And that bottom leaf, you see, the plant's absorbing the nutrients from that bottom leaf just because it's in survival mode more than anything. And let's go back a bit. One or two of these are mushy. So again, you see, they'll just peel that. It won't prevent the orchid from taking up water and nutrients, but that's the most important bit, the green bit there. And so let's just spray that. Let's just give it a spray. Just give it a spray like that. and give it a few minutes to work. I'll take all that dead, rotting stuff off those roots. There we go, that's that one. See? All that black. I'll peel all that back. And so that's how I keep this one, in this little open vase. And as long as one root is actually touching that tiny little bit of water in there, that's all it needs. I think these actually, can you see the hydrogen peroxide working? I think these actually touch the water, hence some of them have gone a bit mushy. Now let's just have a look if we've any signs of any new roots coming on this one, because usually it'll send out, or it'll try and send out a new root, and then we know then that it's capable of recovery. I can't see anything dramatically happening yet. You never ever put that in the water, the stem, because otherwise you could get stem rot, so be very careful. See, this was only a supermarket phalaenopsis, and I don't know why in some ways we spend our time trying to save them, but they're so beautiful, and you think to yourself, oh, I can't let it die, I've got to try and save it. But saving it can be a lot of hard work. See this down there between there, can you see the mould? And can you see the hydrogen peroxide working on it? So all that rotted stuff there, can you see? That's all got to come off. So that's that one. Now this one here, I'm going to show you now, is another one in rescue. And this is one I've had recently. And you'll see, I mean the vase isn't very clean, but you'll see that's got roots coming. And there is nothing at the bottom. There's no water. Actually, it's quite healthy, this one. There's no rotted roots. There's that one there. Can you see where the break is? And can you see where I've only allowed one root there to actually go down and sit in that water? And now this is only just this morning dry. It's taken up all that water. And so the amount of water that I would use just to give this orchid a chance. I'm trying to do it without there. Sorry about that. It's just that small amount. Can you see? There's hardly any, isn't there? And we might just have the tip of one and the others in the water. So let's just turn it round now, as you can see. See that this other root here, that's the one that's not too healthy. But given time, that one will recover. See where I've got that split there into that bottom part, it's not really taking up much water, whereas that one is. That's just touched the water straight away, it's taking up. And that's just a no idea. I've got no name. And this is the other one. Now look at this one. This is, you'd think there's no chance for this one. Probably there isn't. I mean, I do get to the stage where it isn't recoverable. And I can't even remember why I'm trying to save this one. It must have been nice at some point. Let's have a look. And this has got no roots. No roots at all. In fact, look at that. It's got a load of mould. And I've had this one sat just with a stone there. And the reason it's got a stone is to enable the rhizome, this part, the stem, to sit without getting water on it. So this one's definitely, if I can show you. That hydrogen peroxide will start working. And it has had two lovely flower inflorescences, as you can see there. And I think this came and suffered quite a lot of cold damage. So I'm going to let that hydrogen peroxide work on that one. I'll clean and tidy that up. This one I'll clean and tidy up. Take all the mushy bits off. This will go back, both these will go back into those little vases there. And I shall just wait. Once they start sending out the green growing tips like that, then you're fine. You think to yourself, well, we're on the road to recovery. This one at the moment is probably, do you think it's going to pull through? I don't know. This one, I would say it's got a good chance. But we're looking at least a month or 2 months before it even shows signs of any signs of recovery. So I do hope this has helped you, Stuart. If they don't cost a lot, really. They're only, these phalaenopsis are just bred just to sell. They're not bred to for you to rebloom year after year after year. Some of them we can be lucky with, others we can't, and you just have to accept at times that we can't save them. So I do hope this has helped Stuart, and maybe others who are just beginning, wondering whether or not an orchid's worth saving. So just a short video today, and we're on to the C's next for the in the alphabet, and if I get chance at some point today, because of course it's back to the old work tomorrow, I'll come back later. So from me to you, take care now. Bye-bye.